Today we're going to take a look at two AI tools. One we've used before and the other we haven't. Are we going to stick with what we know, or are we going to find a new gem that's out there?
A new gem.
A new gem, not an old gem. Okay, we are here to check out a new AI tool called Replit. Chris, have you used this one before?
No, only briefly. I've done one prompt in it, I think. Right away, it feels a lot more technical, a lot more devy with the apps, the deployments, the usage, the wording and everything else feels almost like a development environment rather than just a UI input chat thing that you've got in the other tools.
We've got the credit system down here as well. They do keep it similar to the Lovable and Bolt where you've got the single prompt. They have given some suggestions as well. So if you are stuck, nice having those defaults. So we will paste in the prompt.
This idea was coming from our own pain point. We wanted to analyze shorts before we upload them and make sure we are maximizing our retention rate. So we want a quick analysis, upload, tell us when people are going to drop off during our video, and then it gives us that analysis before we upload.
Awesome. Okay, let's start building. It's taken us into the chat style box. This is kind of familiar. Usually we see it on the left-hand side. They've gone for like a central thing, and it's just giving us context of what's going on, which is nice. It's asking some clarifying questions. These are all interesting suggestions, adding more detailed metrics, A/B testing capabilities, support for longer videos. We don't want that. And create benchmark comparisons against successful videos in similar niches.
Yeah, I think this could be a nightmare for founders that just want all the features. I'd say about this. Like, imagine spending ages in a workshop stripping down the bare essentials, and then if they're presented with something like this, they're going to be like, tick, 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 tick. I want all of that, please. And I think sometimes that's a dangerous place to go to. But it's really cool that it's got that nuance and it kind of understands where we're coming from and what we want to do.
Yeah, it makes you think it's more of a development partner than just a builder, which is nice. I also like showing a little bit what's in the initial prototype, like what it's going to be using, libraries. But I won't click all of these. I'll just do this one and I'll approve, plan and start. So that confirmation button there is nice. It makes it feel like you're aligning on something together.
This is really similar to Firebase, where it's a lot more kind of dev-centric, I'd say, versus simpler feeling tools.
It does feel quite quick though. I wonder if it was starting to kind of build stuff in the background, maybe while it was asking those other questions to kind of make it feel a bit quicker.
That'd be clever.
That would be clever.
And it's not showing the code. A lot of them show the code here, don't they? Like they load the code rather than the preview.
I like that you can roll back. So if you were to keep prompting and something went wrong, that's nice and easy.
Oh, it's got an indication. How long are we going to be waiting here? It says first app will be around 10 minutes.
Oh.
So it's got the timeline in there, which is cool. So it's definitely slower than other tools.
I take it all back. It's slower. I think by not having the code on that right-hand side and watching it, like it feels slower because I just don't know what's going on. I know we've got this kind of sort of talking about what they're doing, but actually being able to visually see building makes you feel more.
I completely agree with that. Whereas code, you can see the value of it generating code for you that feels more valuable than just a very basic looking screenshot.
I wonder if there's a, let's have a look. Okay, I've got new tab.
It is very techy. It's like using cursor or something.
You've got this left-hand pane where you can add files to view. And then also you can do it in the preview pane here.
I mean, developers love the customizability of Windows. Hopefully it's worth the wait, because it does feel like there's been a lot more friction than other tools so far. So if the results are good, then it's worth that friction, I think.
Yeah, and it just goes to show how immediate we expect stuff these days. Like, oh, gonna wait 10 minutes to build an entire app, whereas you wouldn't even be able to build the header in that time.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's also moving on, and so are our expectations.
I assume it's connecting to some kind of API. I'd expect to have to put an API key or something to get that working. Maybe it will ask for that at some point, because normally it'll give you a file to put your API secrets in. I'm interested to see if it does that. I know that's a lot of people saying that these AI tools have no idea about security. I think for newbies, that needs to be covered, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is really important. And it is interesting, these newbies. There are people that are completely non-technical that we are working with now who've got no background in tech. are still using tools like Lovable to get that kind of early prototype. And that just shows that kind of adoption curve. We are now kind of at the peak of where the early adopters are no more, and it's kind of reached that max adoption. Something's happened.
It's considering options.
Oh,
There you
pulled
go.
it.
Here's the key.
Would you like to save the secret to your account secret? That's nice. Yeah, I'm going to add it. Give me time in the future.
We're not broadcasting it to the internet. It's
I
protected.
didn't know if it was going to be hidden after you just talked about the security aspect. Nicely done, Replit. Got that covered.
I do feel like we're completely out of control at this point, which is, I don't know if it's good or not, if it's going to fix it.
I mean,
okay, but I'm like, oh, we're going to simplify, we're going to change it. We're going to do a different idea. We've got to a point where we're stuck. Let's do a different idea, guys. This is difficult.
I've thought about it. Scrap it.
No,
We're going to do a recipe website.
Can't you use one of the suggestions we gave you?
Maybe we should have done that. Tried and tested, nice and simple. They knew. Perhaps it's just too complicated, you know?
Sometime later.
Oh.
We are back.
Hey, no more errors so far. Drag and
Maybe
drop.
it is one of those things like if you look at it, it just won't work. So I had to go out and. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, it looks nicer too. That looks like shad as opposed to what it was before with that blue.
I think maybe not having the kind of classic blue definitely makes a difference. So I just drag and dropped it on. I wanted to check if that functionality was working, and it is. And
that's
now
cool. Drag and drop's what we wanted.
Yeah.
So it's calculating all the things we asked it to. Analysis failed.
It would be nice if they added a button here just so I don't even have to think about it, because they obviously know that an error appeared. Yeah, I still don't know how many credits I've got left either, which does feel like a ticking time bomb in the sense that it's like, well, each of these errors is probably costing me, but I don't know how much. Here we go.
They should probably be actual bars loading or just spinners.
Yeah, some kind of thing that's happening. Videos. Great.
Okay. We've done it. We promise. We have. You just can't see it.
Okay, so it is asking me like, hey, do you want to add a database to store user data? But it's kind of preempting what I might want to do next, which is nice, especially for those that might not have coding experience. It can kind of put them onto the path of where they need to go. I don't actually see the analysis. So now I've got a choice.
Maybe explain what happened. Okay, that's cool.
But this is probably the worst it's ever going to be, which is crazy. Okay, here we go. So it has actually, because I'm at the halfway, it has told me the usage. So we've used up half of our credits or checkpoints. Oh, okay.
Oh, it has put the real thing in.
We've got an actual screenshot of the video.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it's
that is
massive,
good.
but that's cool that it showed it. Drop off at 28.
So I like this. It's kind of.
So we asked it to put in timeline points. I like that you can jump to that specific moment. It's used moments, which is what we wanted to use in terms of the framing. Does it actually jump to it when you click it? Probably not. But that's a cool idea, though.
Yeah, and I like that they're using color to denote, the potential drop-offs.
This is where we would have designed it differently. We probably would have done that all visually on the video itself, with like red lines at the points where the drop-offs might happen, which would be a much more easy visual to understand. And then below you'd have those when you click on them.
Yeah, it's hard to know how many of these there are, which is, but it does have, that actually works. So when I play that, it is playing and I can hear it. Oh, there's some kind of little score there.
Okay, it's given us a score of 60.
Yeah.
Just gonna have a quick look at the YouTube, see when that was on our video. There is a drop at 28.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 50% drop at 28.
It's huge, which is covering some of the
Potential drop at 33.
metrics. I'll just change that.
And then the next big drop off is at 33.
That's awesome.
Okay, that's interesting.
Because I was wondering if this is a dummy data or not.
Oh, I see.
But it's not.
That's, in YouTube it's 28 and 33 are the big drop offs. There's like a distinct curve down.
Oh, this is nice. Video overview resetting. Okay. I'm excited to see this. At some point, we'll need to work on this page because I'm really not a fan.
No, this needs work, but we know what it's trying to do. So this should be an easy fix. And this is where there's friction in the app, obviously, because you're forcing people to wait. Oh, okay, so it's key issue areas. That's cool. It's kind of giving you an overview.
2 more issues detected below.
I think I'd still keep the aspect ratio of the video, which with shorts is always not square.
It would be nice if it could tell what the ratio is and adapt it.
Yeah.
It is all working. It's impressive.
So when you click
Um,
on those things, does it take you to that time stamp?
it does.
I like that.
Yeah. And you can't hear it because I'm wearing headphones, but there is like a little background noise of
Wow.
pop when the GIF. I wonder if they've thought that would be distracting. You'd have to use your own intuition. This is interesting because I think that is a fair analysis of that it remains similar for a few seconds.
That's true, actually.
Let's have a look what they've suggested.
And that key, if you read any tips on it, that first 5 seconds is the key to getting people to watch.
Yeah, incorporate dynamic elements or quick cuts to maintain that visual engagement. That's great. And then, so these buttons don't work still, but these ones do. So that's nice. Recommendations. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Look at this.
That's cool.
It's kind of got an overview, gives a bit of a scorecard. And I like that it's kind of mapped those moments or those pain points.
I think you could simplify this a lot.
I'd probably put this retention analysis at the top.
You've got video retention analysis, so you've got to repeat. So you just have that score at the top right, wouldn't you? Save button or something.
We don't need this.
Yeah.
I would say I'm impressed, actually. I feel like this is working. I feel like we've made a tool here, and it took a little bit longer than anticipated, but we managed to do it before the credits ran out. And we've got something that's like a really good starting point now where we can play around with it and keep improving it. This would need to be kind of reworked, but I think for a first pass,
Yeah.
it's a good starting point, isn't it? You could improve it a lot more. I think those next steps are like working on this page and then being able to add in like sign in functionality where we can kind of get people really invested in this app. Retention AI. What do you think of that name? I think we could work on that.
Yeah, I think we could work on the retention AI.
Wow, that's great. Right. I'm going to do this surprise quiz. Wow. Amazing.
That's on the video now as well.
That's the thumbnail. No, I am genuinely impressed. I know there were teething issues along the way. It took longer than I thought, but I think we've got way further than I thought we would get. I thought it'd get the light prototype feel, but this actually feels like it's working. I can play the video, jump to those problem areas, and I get a score and recommendations. Job done.
They're the main features, aren't they? It's very cool.
So are we giving Replit a thumbs up or a thumbs down, Chris? Or an in between?
I'd give it a thumbs up. I think that's really powerful.
I agree. It's a thumbs up for me.
Sometime later.
So out of interest, we tried Lovable with the same prompt, and this is the UI it's come up with. What are your first impressions, Dave?
I really like it. They've started to use a little bit of branding in there. I want to say that's like a slight gradient.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the purple they've used. Nice big drop area to upload your video, and then sort of the next kind of what you can expect in the process of it as well, which I don't think this one did. Yeah, it's very basic. There's no colours being used. This is a lot more inviting, I would say. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's more inviting. It does look slightly more premium kind of aesthetic, I suppose. Maybe a bit more techy. Really, it's thought about things a little bit deeper by the look of it. It's just what it does next, I suppose.
Okay,
So we'll see how that feels.
drag and drop's not working, whereas the other one did have that functionality out of the box. So I'm just going to select video just to keep this moving. Oh, straight away kind of uploading. That's nice. Ah, this is much nicer. Look at that. That's it, kind of what I was expecting from the other one. And you've got that progress bar with the number as well, which kind of tells people what's going on.
Much nicer. Still got the aspect ratio of short, which is sensible to have it like that. It's got the timeline with that. So this is the kind of thing I was picturing before when we talked about it, having the preview on the left and the score on the right.
This is really lovely looking, isn't it? In comparison to the other one. I really like how they've highlighted those key moments.
I think it's dummy, isn't it? So that's the difference, I suppose. This is more of a prototype.
Does it work? It does.
The video works, doesn't it?
You can pause it. can click around and it updates.
I like that it's also kind of using the suggestions. It's really prioritized things by high risk, and then it's hidden away the suggestions, which is nice. So you're not getting too overwhelmed by stuff. It's still got the jump to timestamp like the other tool had, which is cool.
I love how they've basically ranked it. It's good. Jump to some. Oh, and that works.
Does work. Yeah.
I like it. It's good.
I think the only thing I'd say is probably the score at the top. There's way too much. It doesn't need to be that big. Like that space is using like half the screen up. That
Yeah,
just needs to be at the top, the title at the top.
you can imagine this. It would respond down really well. They've kind of used almost like a mobile first approach. You can imagine that this would go at the top, and then you've got the score and the drop off analysis. This is nice. They're adding trust signals. Essentially, what's missing from this version is it was quite nice on this one to see that retention graph visually.
Take a screenshot of that now, attach it to Lovable, and say, can you put this in a tab with the video so people can see the views two different ways?
Oh yeah, that's a nice idea. Let's see. Okay, so it is currently using mock data.
Yeah. I guess we haven't given it any kind of API keys. It hasn't asked for one.
No.
The other one asked for that. And it talked about the security, so that was a win on Replit's side.
If you wanted to spin up a quick prototype to show people and, whether or not there's market fit, you want to find out if people want to use this product, you can put this in front of someone. I've done this in, 10 minutes, and it's got something that's really nice looking.
I think let's try and get it to do real data, and then we can compare it. Other one did this automatically.
Why we've got this, it seems like it's all in one in Replit, whereas Lovable, you've got this super base. I think I think we can just go back here, can't we, and connect it. Cool. See what it says. What did we get to? Oh, we can't upgrade any further. Might just have to go with Lovable. It's got a much better base if this works.
Quickly sacked off Replit.
Let's test it. So much slicker though. Look at that. It's so much better.
Replit did actually work. This looks like it's erroring. Okay, it's picked up the console.
It does kind of hang for a while and you think, is anything going on? But you can kind of click in and just make sure it's doing its thing.
Oh, okay. 0. Oh, that's brutal. It hasn't really worked, has it?
Yeah, it's really good for that first pass, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good for the visuals, but when it comes to actually making stuff work, it needs a lot more help than Replit that basically did what it was told and it made a working thing quite easily.
Yeah.
Just
okay. It's working.
Is the analysis good?
The best performing video.
Well, look at how cutting it is.
That's a bit harsh.
Yeah, I mean, it probably is a bit monotonous. This is one of the first shorts we did.
And lack of visual variety. Seem
pretty good.
But also, it's kind of kept it so it's still quite positive. 68. I do much prefer having like these little markers here. That's really nice and visual.
Yep. So I think the only other thing would be nice would be seeing this on that timeline view.
Okay.
Maybe just go for starter.
Okay.
Kind of a weird graph.
Yeah. It's like it drops off and then I come back. So it's not quite right. So you can actually start to get into the styling bits of it. That's nice. Okay, cool. Should I go to the video length? Placement. Oh yeah. Well, I can just do that. It's nice, isn't it?
Cool.
Okay. Let's see what that does.
Slow pacing, lack of narrative progression, complex visual audio elements. I mean, that is true. It's all true.
Kind of nice. It shows it in real time, doesn't it? The update without refreshing. Okay. I just have to refresh. There's no way to do another video. Okay. It's kind of weird that it jumps to 60%.
Oh, it's done worse than mine. Yeah, I mean, that got 7 million views, so I think to give it a lower score than our one that got under 500 views is probably not a great signal. So I think what we'd need is more data in the system so it can give more accurate results. But in terms of improving something, maybe we just remove the score for now and it's more about improving what you've got.
Yeah.
Because the score is, unless you're comparing it to all your other videos.
It seems to say the weak initial hook for pretty much all of them. Sudden audio drop.
This is where the value is, like optimizing that analysis piece. I think what we need to do is use a memory bank for that, and then put in really good videos as the knowledge for that chat that have done really well, so that it can essentially analyze those and then bring that into the context about what's good or not.
Yeah, it'd be good to, if we do end up keeping the score, like what that is made up of as well. So I don't think we were actually intending to make this kind of like a versus video, but by going into Lovable and just quickly seeing what it could do, at least from a design point of view. So there's less we needed to do in that sense of sort of changing. And I really liked some of the like key features that it picked up. Ultimately, we did run out of credits with Replit and didn't upgrade, whereas we ran out of credits with Lovable and have upgraded. So I think that's quite telling from our point of view. So far, Lovable does feel like it's working a lot nicer than Replit, even though I did enjoy Replit once we got going with it.
Yeah, it was a good tool. The proof is in what it produces. You feel like you've moved further along with Lovable here in terms of the visuals and everything, and it is working, it is analysing, and we got there faster, I'd say. So that's more compelling at the moment, I think.
I agree. So, Chris, thumbs up for Lovable? Great.